Okay, ladies and gentlemen, listening please. Okay, so in this group, Rodney is standing in as a Rockefeller. We've got Nat doing the role of Upton Sinclair. Erica is a worker. Nick is a worker. Tony is Ida Tarbell. Ben is Lincoln Stephens. Okay. Now, let's give this group a very quiet, respectful attention, please. And please remember that you personally will lose points if you're creating a distraction or talking when a group is presenting, because that will not be tolerated for any group, because we're paying attention to the groups that are presenting, please. You've all put a lot of work into this. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at... Let's take a look at the questions. And again, the first question, of course, is, were these changes brought about by industrialization good for Americans or bad?
Changes were bad for Americans because they posed political questions and bribes and industrialists, people buying more businesses,
Not only was that bad, but my family works for you, Mr. Rockefeller. We work in your mine. And I don't know if you know or not, but last week there was a riot at your mine because it collapsed. My daughter died in that mine. What do you have to say about that?
mine collapsed on accident.
On accident, you purposely explode explosives while we're down there. How was that accident? That's false?
Yeah.
False, there are many different occasions when you explode when you should not. So, I personally know that big accident. But, in my...
Wow.
I do not sit on my couch right now. This is my desk right now. I write on the floor.
There's a difference.
All of the disease, the death, everything that happens in those days. Horrid places. People are dying, people are getting sick. They work for such long periods of time. They're away from their families.
Yeah. You claimed you worked there. You're sitting here today, aren't you?
You're alright. Here today. I'm one of the lucky ones.
The lucky one.
The lucky ones. Who make it out alive.
Alive? How many people died, honestly? Do you know that statistic? In your 2 months of working there, how many people died?
24.
Just 24.
You're on fire.
How am I alive?
Because in your book it states 18 died.
That's just in my book.
Okay, moving around to the other panelists.
That was the day before.
Ms. Tarbell, what's your take on the first question? Were the changes brought about by industrialization good for Americans or bad?
I say they were bad because I felt that only certain people were making money and having houses and being able to feed their family while others are struggling. I feel that if somebody has, or the richest person in the world has all this money, and the people that work for him have the less money, or less money than anybody else, like, how does that happen if you're the richest person in the world?
Man, you should just that about your dad's company.
Oh, snap. Shut you up.
That is just not very nice of you. No wonder you enjoy it so much. But I don't agree with that. I only make 40 cents an hour. How much do you make an hour? $1. Really? And you're the richest man in the world. Are you sure you're the richest Rockefeller?
Yeah.
How much do you break in each increment?
Me?
Bracket.
Me or the business?
How much do you steal from a worker? Shit.
On average.
$500,000 a year.
All right. I'm lucky to make a fraction of that.
You're a worker, not a business owner. You're complaining?
Yeah.
Every time I'm
Every time I'm supposed to open my business,
Open a business.
You complaining?
you guys buy me out. How am I supposed to compete with the richest man in the world?
Don't open up an oil business.
It doesn't matter if they're oil or not. You're buying other businesses, whether they're oil or not.
No, I buy it all day.
Dude, this is kind of dumb. I thought it was gonna be all intense, like fucking Marcus group.
I have nothing to do with other businesses.
Oh, so that's why you own a meat packaging plant as well.
Okay, let's move on to another issue. Let's move on to issue number 2. Were the industrialists robber barons or captains of industry?
Like I was saying,
To start, I'm sorry to interrupt, to start off this topic, I'd like to address this to Erica, the worker. Do you think that the industrialists were robber barons or captains of industry? And why is it?
Because I don't think it's fair, like, how much of it is community stuff like a little amount. And like, I don't think it should be such a struggle to like support our family. Yeah.
well, as I was saying, I feel that he was a robber baron because he makes billions. And we're not even, we're not even close to making $2 in a week. I just,
Going a little far there.
well, they make $175 in a week in his business. So, I don't see how you can't, like, help or pay a little more to people that are losing their lives, losing their kids, having their kids work, so that he gets diseases and all that from working for you.
Okay, but see, what you don't understand is, by the time I will die, I'll have a net worth of billions of dollars. That doesn't mean I have billions of dollars sitting in my bank account right now. That's just, billions of dollars, that's how much I've made in my lifetime. That's not how much I have in my bank account at that moment.
So you're saying that you only care about how much you're worth when you die, about your net worth. You're saying you can't pay me and my family, you know,
No, I don't care about
$5 an hour.
net worth, so I talk about net worth.
Yes,
Just because I talk
your
about
worth
something means it's
billions of dollars.
Okay, gentlemen, let's move the same question over to Mr. Steffens. Mr. Steffens, do you think that the industrialists were robber barons or captains of industry?
The industrialists were robber barons because they gave no chance for other workers to achieve a higher livelihood. I wrote 3. The Shame of the Cities and yeah, and I wrote up The Shame of the Cities when big businessmen talk politics, they talk about money. And we're questioning some of the rich people. Whatever process my business is good, it must. Whatever hinders it is wrong. So all they care about is money. So they're robber barons because they want money.
When we're talking business, I care about money. But when we're talking other things, I care about the, like, I don't go home with my wife and talk about business and talk about money. I talk politics, I do talk business because that's basically what politics is. But business, it is business, and it is money. Alright, but I have created many foundations to help the workers and society indirectly. And if I were to sit there and pay workers more money, indirectly it would affect them because then I would have to raise all my prices, in which they would have to pay more for. So they still wouldn't have, whatever they would.
Okay, Erica, the worker, we just heard Mr. Rockefeller say, and this question I'm also directing to Nick the worker, Ms. Tarville, and Mr. Steffens. Mr. Rockefeller just stated, I don't know what the workers want. Well, workers, I'm sure, could tell Mr. Rockefeller what is desired, or the muckrakers as well.
So, Mr. Rockefeller, for one, I would like safer conditions when I go to work, you know? If you're going to decide to set off TNT, tell everybody to leave the mine, so that way if it collapses, none of us get trapped down there. More wages, yes, you would have to raise the prices of your gas and so forth. Go ahead. At least I will have enough money to put food on the table for my family. I can at least stay at work myself and send my kids to school, and my wife can stay home and take care of them. Right now, my entire family, except for my son, thanks his soul, he's still in school, works for 40 cents.
I still want.
To want?
Yeah, how does it feel to want?
Need.
Want?
Everybody wants everything.
Well, yes, if you have all.
To want? To need,
You
fool.
don't understand. I give you that, and you're just gonna want more. Because it's greed and everyone has it.
Greed only goes so
That's
far.
your middle
as I'm
name, buddy.
making dirt.
For real.
You should just pay me in dirt because that's all you're paying me is dirt. 40 cents?
How do you make dirt?
It comes from the ground, Mr. Roberts.
It comes from the ground. It comes from the ground, Mr. Rock. It comes from your
Workers.
Yeah, if you were to make more than you would have to work 7 hours. But people would have to
Oh.
Yeah, you're a one-class family that might not be working, but then I put other families out on the street. So, in order to pay you and keep prices low, I'll have to fire people.
You fire the kids that are working.
Yeah, like the kids are like.
It's not just the kids though, it'd be other families. It'd be other people, other
No
adults
bitch
like you.
kid.
Like we said, there's families working there. There's mom, dad, brother, cousin, sister, whatever. I'm pretty sure the moms and dads won't mind their kids not working if they're getting paid more. If they're making exactly what the kids are making, just what they're making. So their kids can go to school and have a chance to be somebody like you.
The kids still can't go to school.
How can they go to school if they're working?
Dude, we've done this before. You guys have 4 hours.
Dude. School's like 7 hours, what the fuck?
Every time. Why don't you come back with some cold hard facts? A child should not have to work. A child should be in school. The reason my children work is so that we can keep our house, because our payments are a little bit more pricey than you think. You may have all of your debt paid and all of your house is paid
We're
for,
just
but
like,
you know
fuck,
what? I
I'm gonna
don't.
go this shit.
Practices. You don't go into debt when you don't have money, okay? Like seriously, if I'm in a recession, I'm not gonna go run up my credit card bills. Whatever I'm gonna run up my credit card bills, I probably don't need, so I don't need to be in debt.
Mr. Rockefeller, may I ask what credit card is?
Rockefeller, may I interject a moment? Neither you nor anybody else has credit cards in 1896.
Ooh!
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Now, let's go to the third. You had to blow it up like that. What a glare. Let's go to the third and final issue. Were the reforms of the industrial system successful?
Some of the reforms were successful, yes. There was more house policies enforced, there were there was higher wages paid, shorter hours and such. People were able to make more money, feed their families, yet some reforms could not be pushed through. There were safer conditions, such and such of the sort to, what's the word? Help improve the working life of industry.
Okay, to the other, same question to the other panelists, please. Were the reforms of the time period successful or not?
When we're considering we're headed towards depression.
Well, I think the reforms kind of helped in a way because, well, they shortened hours and they paid people more, which did like what I was saying. They, kids got to go to school and parents got to still be able to feed their families by their job, so I feel like it helped a little bit.
I knew this was gonna happen. I paid the people more and gave them what they wanted. My prices had to go up, in which case no one bought my product. And then the business didn't make money, and then my shareholders didn't make money. And so then they all went into debt. And now we're sitting here in the depression.
We're really in the depression. Yeah.
What's the time frame on this thing?
Yeah, bro, it's been like 15 minutes, no lie.
I know.
Oh, time frame.
Oh, I think he was like yelling at him for the time.
Well, there were the depressions, of course, of the 1890s, and so you're fine with your.
Oh, that time frame. You could.
Okay, the workers,
I know, my bad.
The Muckrakers, Mr. Stebbins, or Mr. Sinclair, or Ms. Carville. Again, any other further comments on the reforms of the industrial
Mermaid.
system being successful or not?
They were a little bit successful, yes, with my pay raise, I was able to keep my own family fed and feed my
There you
house.
go again. I give you what you want, you're just gonna want more. That's all these people do.
That's what you
No, I
think,
was about to
fool.
say, because of your pay raise, I can actually keep my kids out of the workforce, and now they can actually go to school. My son is about to graduate from high school, thanks to you giving us more money. So do you not see the good that you accomplished by giving us just a little bit?
Wait, I do see the good, but honestly, it did good for you, but it didn't do good for the country.
Selfish, man.
That was great.
Selfish?
I'm sorry for whoever your father was then.
I didn't really see my father that often. He was a family salesman.
Then your mother must have been a bad woman.
Don't talk about his mama, boy.
And how can you do
Okay, good group, good job, thanks very much.
Wait, Ben wants to. Wait, Ben's gonna say something.
Are you recording?
Yep.
I think the reforms are successful because ever since the Triangle Fire, it's been safer working conditions for the people and more fire.
He reminds me of Jay right now. No.
That's not due to me, that's due to the fire.
That's due to you.
That's due to the architect that designed the building.
No, hell no.
Not
I like Jay. How do you know that?
industrialists that buy it.
Are you kidding me? You know, no.
You go out and you buy a car, and you sit there and crash it, or it has a defect, that's not your fault, that's the carmaker's fault, isn't it?
Unless he misuses
Okay, good job, thank you very much.